This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Vargas versus McManus. You all have been together for 4 years and are living together, is that correct?
That's correct.
Right.
Ms. Vargas, you've come to court today with some very specific allegations. Tell us why you're here.
Well, I'm here to find out to see if my future husband is sleeping with my sister-in-law or anybody else.
With your sister-in-law or anybody else?
Correct.
It's one thing if it's a woman, but your future sister-in-law, his sister-in-law, that has a whole nother level to it.
It's hard to deal with. It makes me feel crazy.
It is a very big problem.
Yeah.
I don't have any desire to be with my sister-in-law. I only have eyes for one woman, and that woman is standing right there to the right side of me.
So, Mr. McManus, what do you hope to prove today?
I hope to prove that I'm not lying to her and that we get our future going together back where we need to go. I want to get married to her, and I want to be with her the rest of my life.
Does it make a difference whether it's another woman or sister-in-law?
Well, you know, let's just break this down.
Break it down. Break it down.
Break it down so it'll be broke forever.
There you go.
If it's another woman, she's gonna be out of your life if you get past this. But your sister-in-law is family. That's a whole different animal. And I can tell this has put a strain between the two of you.
Yes, ma'am, it has. I'll leave the house sometimes, go for a walk down to the lake or something, and then, of course, she says I'm going down there to meet somebody else. And hey, it breaks my heart. It tears me apart that she just won't listen to me and believe that I'm telling her the truth.
Well, it wasn't always like that, I'm sure.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
So how did you two meet?
At my job.
She's
Okay.
a stripper, was a stripper at the time.
Oh. All right,
Okay.
tell me about that.
I just got out of a relationship, and I decided I want to go check, out another woman or women or have some fun, let loose a little bit.
So you set yourself free,
Yes.
and you gonna go and see what freedom tasted like.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's one way to do it. So, Ms. Vargas, what did you do to actually come in contact with him?
Well,
Well, wait, now, I mean,
saw
that's
him.
at a strip club. Can you?
I know exactly what I'm asking, Mr. Cutler. Let this lady answer the question. I know.
You
what
sure?
I
You sure
I
you know
got
what you-
this. I got this. Go ahead, Ms. Vargas.
He was really different from all the other guys that were there. I've never sat with somebody who was real gentle, didn't touch me, like wasn't grabby, didn't, He was really different. He was very smart. He's like an encyclopedia.
You got all this at the while interacting at the strip club?
Yeah.
Because I've seen strip clubs on television,
Good answer, Mr. Cutler.
and there really isn't a lot of dialogue about, world events going on.
How do you know that?
I've seen strip clubs on television.
Okay.
I've seen them in the movies. And,
I'm just verifying.
Okay, but there really isn't a lot of discussion about world events and all that. How did you make this connection?
Well, when I called him, we met at a restaurant. It was an official date. We got drunk and went to the hotel, and
Well,
I
in all
ravished him. He doesn't remember.
actuality,
I drove him to the hotel.
By anybody's standard, that's a good date. Come on, you got to.
Mr. Cutler, I'm not going there with you. I'm like,
That's a good date. Now, come on.
just, I don't know.
Let's hear from Mr. McManus.
Was it a
All
good
right.
date for you?
It was, absolutely.
What did you like about her?
Well, one thing, she's drop dead gorgeous. I mean, I wake up, I'm so proud to wake up next to her every morning and look at her. She looks gorgeous when she rolls out of bed.
All right. Why do you believe he's cheating with his sister-in-law?
When she comes around, I mean, nothing stops for her. He goes and gets her things, or we'll be playing dice, and they can have a conversation for 10 minutes, and I'll just be there in the background, just
You cut
looking
yourself
at them.
out of that conversation.
How do I cut myself out if you guys are
well, hold
looking
on.
at each other and not looking at me?
Is it true that you're attentive to your sister-in-law?
I'm attentive to any guest that comes to my house.
I understand that. I'm asking you something different. Are you attentive to your sister-in-law?
Like any normal guest that comes to my house.
Yes.
Attentive.
But it's two flirtatious personalities getting together, and it creates a bomb sometimes, I think.
Okay, so that would be
And
innocent, right?
I would think so, but it goes over. There's you're supposed to stare at a person like so many seconds. Well, it goes over and beyond.
And your gut is saying,
It's screaming.
your gut is screaming that this is not just like ha,
Every
ha,
day.
ha. It's
Yeah.
another level to it.
Is this one of
Correct.
those women's intuition things?
It is.
It's not always
And
right.
wait a minute. And don't say it like that either.
I mean, anybody looking at that would think, well, they're just, naturally flirtatious. And she's saying there's something that I'm just getting this feeling. So that's why I'm asking, is it women's intuition?
There's more to this story. Watch this. Have you ever caught them communicating with each other?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Well, they say hi.
Wait. What have you caught?
I would think it was her, but on the phone together. But when I asked her, she told me no. She denied it.
Okay, but how do you know that they were talking?
I seen it on records, on the phone.
Our phones are linked because
They're
of the
linked.
plan we're on. So she downloaded an app
Somehow.
that's supposed to read files. So I go in there and look at it when she's accusing me, and I say, well, that's your phone number making the call. That's your phone number making the text.
And it wasn't just for my number. My number was there, but his number was there also.
And so what you've seen on that tracking is that his number and her number are talking to each other.
Correct.
But what about when she uses my phone to call my sister-in-law?
Why would I do that if I had my own phone?
Your phone's dead.
True that.
So if they're family, so they're talking.
No. But you remember when you went women's intuition thing, and I said, it's more to it than that. And she said they're communicating, and the sister-in-law is denying this communication, which ramps up your belief.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you have?
In the bathroom, I had noticed I was putting up clothes and I could hear. So I opened up the clothes and I listened more. And he's like, it's okay, honey. All right, okay. And then he's telling me, I'm like, who are you talking to? And he's like, nobody. I'm talking to myself. I'm like, why are you cutting yourself off in mid-sentence?
But do you call yourself honey?
No, and she thinks she has this supersonic hearing that she's developed. And
it's a really thin wall. I mean, you can hear everything.
When I'm taking care of my personal business in there, I'm not going to talk on the phone.
The question is, Mr. McManus, when she's in another room, why are you talking on the phone in such a way where it's like, but she's getting that impression?
I don't know where she gets that from.
All right, going back to the women's intuition, because I'm stuck there, Mr. Cutler. Have you seen any behavioral changes?
Absolutely.
Okay, tell me about that. Moreover, tell Mr. Cutler about that.
Well, in the bedroom, we like to watch porn, to get motors running, get it started.
Get the party started.
And I started noticing the different kinds of porn that was coming up.
Okay.
The BBW, it's,
Big, beautiful women.
Big, beautiful women, I started noticing. And he just, that was just recently.
So what then is going up to BBW?
Well, it's just something different, I'm not used to it.
Ms. Vargas, let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Is your sister-in-law full figure?
Yes, she is. She's beautiful.
So that's the connection.
That's the connection.
See, Mr. Cutler, there's the three-step push to her gut screaming. There it is.
And that's all part of
the women's intuition. Now, would you agree that your sister-in-law is full figure?
Not in my eyes.
And has there been a switch in your viewing tastes?
No.
All right. Well,
it's been consistent.
Been consistent.
Well, there's her side, there's his side, and there's the sister-in-law side. And we have the sister-in-law here today.
That's fine. That's good.
We're going to find out.
How are you?
Have a seat, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Would you state your name for the court, please?
Jennifer McManus.
And Ms. McManus, how are you familiar with our litigants?
Daniel is my brother-in-law, and Janine is my friend and my soon-to-be sister-in-law.
And do you understand why you are here?
I believe I do.
All right. All right. Now, can you tell me why Ms. Vargas believes that you are, in fact, sexually active with her fiance?
Well, I believe that Miss Vargas has a low self-esteem from past relationships that she's been in. I'm sorry that I'm a voluptuous, good-looking woman, and every man wants me. What can I say? I'm proud of myself. I just wish every woman was as confident as I.
Well, Ms. McManus, Ms. Vargas has indicated that there's a special connection that you have with Mr. McManus, the way you all talk, the way you interact. What is that special connection?
Well, I've never really thought of it as a special connection because I treat him just like I treat every man, with kindness, compassion, love. I like to have a good time, laugh, joke, carry on, tell a few dirty jokes, and I just draw people into me.
Ms. Vargas has said, she has testified today that she's asked you, do you talk to Mr. McManus on the phone? And she said you've denied it. And then she finds on phone records that you have, in fact, talked to him. Do you talk to him on the phone?
No, I do not talk to him. For one reason, he will not talk to me because I guess she gives him attitude about whoever he's talking to, may it be no one, because I really don't believe that he is talking to anyone. I think that it's in her mind that she's convinced her own self that there's something going on and there's not.
All right, I'm gonna just ask you point blank. Are you in a relationship with your brother-in-law?
No, Your Honor, I am not.
Are you in a sexual relationship with your brother-in-law?
No, Your Honor, I am not. I'm sexually happy right where I'm at.
With his brother?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. McManus, I noticed in your court papers that you left for 2 weeks.
She left for 2 weeks.
She left for 2 weeks.
Yeah, there were several times I left.
All because you
October.
believe he's cheating with your sister?
Yeah, if it's not her, then it has to be somebody else.
Right.
I mean, something's going on with somebody.
And you are convinced of that?
Yeah. I'm
So when you came back after leaving for 2 weeks, what happened?
Well, I came back and I saw some hand soap that only comes from the shop that she works at. It was a brand new bar soap, and I didn't put it there.
So that was proof to you that your sister-in-law had been in the home
Correct.
while you were gone?
Yeah.
Your Honor, we carried bar soap probably 2 years ago. So if they had that bar soap, they've had it for 2 years.
But it wasn't because you had been at the house during that time
ma'am.
period?
No.
So is that women's intuition when you
won't
leave
let
and
me in
come
the
back
house.
and you notice something that was already there?
I don't know what that is. I can't speak to that. But clearly, Ms.
She thinks it
Vargas,
was-
Ms. Vargas believes that there was proof she was there or that the relationship is continuing. And you say that if you find out he is, in fact, having a relationship outside of yours, this relationship is done.
It is done.
Mr. McManus, it's not looking good.
No, it's not, but I'm not lying to this woman. Like I said, I'm ready to go the distance with her.
Here's the evidence that we've seen so far. That you're giving your sister-in-law extra attention. You all have this special connection that you have. You're on the phone in a secretive manner where she hears you whispering. Ms. Vargas leaves for 2 weeks, comes back. There is soap and other products in your bathroom that come from the same place where your sister-in-law works.
They were already there before.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is Mr. McManus cheating with his sister-in-law? At this time, the court would like to call licensed and certified polygraph examiner Tommy Platt into the courtroom. Ron, would you please escort him in?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. Platt.
Good morning.
Welcome. Could you please state your credentials for the court record?
I have 30 years experience in the United States military and law enforcement. I have been a licensed polygraph examiner for 10 years, and I've conducted nearly 3,000 polygraph examinations.
So a little bit of experience under your belt. You performed a polygraph on Mr. McManus, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You asked Mr. McManus, during your 4-year relationship with Ms. Vargas, have you ever had sexual intercourse with your sister-in-law?
That's correct.
What was his response?
He stated no.
What did the polygraph reveal?
The polygraph determined that he was being truthful.
Now, I see the tears of, is that happiness?
Yeah.
Is that relief?
Yes.
What's going through your mind?
I'm just happy you're telling the truth, both of y'all.
But we do have one more question. Mr. McManus was asked, during your 4-year relationship with Ms. Vargas, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman? What was his response to that question?
He stated no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph determined that he was being truthful.
Ms. Vargas, you came here for the truth. You've gotten it. Mr. McManus, I am so glad. I see the tears in your eyes. Tell me about that.
Oh, I'm so happy. Now we can move past this. And there's one thing I'd like to say, though, before we adjourn from this. Miss Julie Jeanine Vargas, would you do me the honor, privilege of letting you guide your stars, guide me through our relationship to our final destination so we can end this ride together?
I'm so sorry, honey.
It's okay. I love you.
Congratulations to both of you.
It's a great first step.
It's a great first step.
Now, here's the thing. In a number of situations where there's another woman, you can just get rid of the other woman. This is a sister-in-law. She's not going anywhere, so you all have got to coexist. You've got to make up whatever you got going on between you two, and you've got to be sensitive to her feelings. If you do that, you all will be fine. And as we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a great relationship. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.
This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Samples versus Latchett. You all have been together for 6 years. You're engaged, but allegations of cheating and infidelity are threatening this relationship. Ms. Samples, why have you opened your case today?
Because I believe he's cheating. And let me just lay him out for you. Okay, it was a time where Chris basically had messages popping up on his phone with other females. And I'm just like done because he needs to straighten up. We have 3 children together and this shouldn't even be going on.
Mr. Latchett.
Yes, Your Honor.
You've heard these accusations, these allegations from your fiance. What do you want to show her today?
I'm here today because this relationship is worth fighting for. I want to prove my innocence, and hopefully we can walk down the aisle and get married.
So you in it to win it.
Yes, Your Honor.
How did you all meet?
Well, basically, we met through a mutual friend. And so this friend put us together through Facebook.
What was it about him that you liked?
Basically, he's a good-hearted, humble guy. And he's very smooth. I mean, look at him. He's so chocolate over there and everything.
So chocolate.
He got a good smile on him. So I'm like, man, this dude, he got something going. So let me check him out, you know, see what he about.
So you like what you saw.
Exactly.
You like the dark chocolate. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me what you were
You
looking
like the not so dark chocolate too, though, right?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
I do. I like milk chocolate.
Okay, all right, just checking.
This man. Any rate, you met her on Facebook. Tell me what that was about.
She was a good person, and she's beautiful inside and out.
I agree. She's a pretty girl. Tell me about how you proposed to her.
We was having our second child. My emotions was going, so I got the ring, and I told her, hey, I want you to be my wife. I gave her the ring. She didn't like that at all.
All right. Now, the court has obtained this proposal, and we want to look at it right now for the court record.
Don't cry. You make me nervous. How am I making you nervous, baby?
I don't know.
All right, well, I want to give you this from the bottom of my heart. You know, we've been together for a minute. It's time to give you something to put on your finger.
Baby. I love you so.
You gonna put it on?
Yeah.
Oh. So you in labor?
Yes, I would.
And that's when you decided to propose?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, my God.
Why weren't you happy about that?
Because he didn't say the words, will you marry me?
I guess you did. You just said, put this on. You didn't ask her to marry you?
That's the same thing.
No, it ain't.
You have to after say the words.
Yes.
You know what it means.
No. When we got engaged, I look horrible because I've been doing inventory in dust. I was dusty. It was gross. So he gets down on one knee And I totally freaked out because I'm like, I'm supposed to look gorgeous. That's why I'm like, you supposed to look gorgeous for you. And you're like, you trying to get a baby here. That's the least gorgeous moment ever.
And them contractions was hitting.
And but the most important part was when you got down on one knee and said, will you marry me? That's important.
Said, I have something for you. That's what he said. I have something for you.
You can have a teddy bear. You can have some flowers.
The point was conveyed. I'm trying to help you, Mr. Latchett.
Yes,
I'm really trying to help you. The point was conveyed, right?
I'm feeling her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, she knew what you were asking.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she took the ring, right?
She did, Your Honor.
Hey, once you take the ring.
I couldn't say no to a big ring. I mean, it's so big. I was like,
That's a nice ring.
Yeah.
That's a nice ring.
How do we get to this moment? What are the warning signs that you've seen that make you think he's cheating?
He'll send me sweet stuff here and there. Out of blue, why? You know, you giving me big gifts after that. You know, shoes, buy me bags, buy me jewelry.
And you're complaining about that? Okay. Do you know how many women would kill to have their boyfriend, their fiance, their husband just buy them gifts for no reason?
Color, here's the thing. This is sort of one of those things also where people may be buying gifts out of guilt.
It can happen. I agree with that. But how are we supposed to win?
Well, Your Honor, it's also more to that.
Okay.
Chris has not been sleeping in the bed with me since we done had our baby, which our baby is 6 months now.
6 months you all haven't slept together.
And the baby sleeps in the bed with you?
Yeah, the baby does.
You know, that's...
No, I gotta hear from him.
That happens.
I leave the bed for her and the baby, Diamond and the baby. Let them have the bed because I don't want to be waking up 3, 4 in the morning and I have to get up and go to work. I sleep on the couch. She's welcome to come sleep on the couch with me. It's not like I'm walking out the door.
You mean she's gonna give up a good bed for the couch? Ain't nobody gonna do that.
Right.
But he's trying to be considerate. You're being considerate.
Right.
I'm still hung up on this gift thing. Gifts out of the blue. Because, Mr. Latchett.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you buying gifts because you love her or out of guilt?
I buy gifts because I love her, Your Honor.
There you have it.
You doing it because you love her.
And she's rolling her eyes, she's looking up, you don't believe it one bit.
No.
You think he's buying these gifts out of guilt.
I need to know the truth. Where your loyalty lay?
Do you have any specific evidence of cheating?
Yes. First, he had this ex-girlfriend where I popped up at his college and I was just meeting him up there. She's up there looking at Chris and she's, oh, hey, Chris. And Chris is just like, hey. And so basically she's like, oh, so you're acting funny since that light-skinned girl is standing by you? And so I'm like.
Did you introduce Miss Samples to this particular woman who was, how'd you do it? Flipping hair like that?
Around.
Yeah.
No, it's this.
Yeah.
Do that again?
It's that.
Ooh.
Stop it.
So did you introduce Diamond to this young lady?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, you didn't. He just moved it away like, oh, it's nothing. It's no big deal.
It was in the moment. It was something I didn't expect, so I was kind of odd for words.
Okay, so what about the girl at your job, though?
Oh, it's a woman at the job.
Your
All right,
Honor.
tell us about the woman at the job, Ms.
Okay,
Sample.
so I got the babies, and we come up to the job checking on Daddy and everything like that. It's a girl standing literally by his desk where he was sitting at. Can I show you what happened?
Well, of course, I want to see this.
Okay, so basically, this is what she does. She gets on her phone. She's all booty everywhere. I'm just saying, she's just all in front of Chris. And so I'm just like, really? Is that enough booty for you? He stared at me like a deer in headlights.
No,
Just.
this what happened, Your Honor. I'm at work, and she comes with the children, and she's walking with the quickness. She got that look in her eye like, who is this? And I'm like, uh-oh. I kind of just froze in the moment.
So this whole time, you just stand there like, oh, Lord.
So then you
time.
said, this is my fiance.
No, he didn't.
Mr.
The whole
Latchett.
time I got the babies right there.
And so your kids are watching this,
Yes.
you watching this,
Yes.
and this baby's just looking at you, looking you up and down,
Yes.
and you looking her up and down.
Exactly.
And you scared to death.
Exactly.
Have you ever found anything that leads to believe that he's sleeping with another woman?
Yes, he had some text messages where it was like, oh, I got that, do you got that for me? And then he's up here sending just emojis all through messages and stuff. And then he was like, yeah, you know I got that. What do you got? What is there to have?
Your Honor, once again,
And you submitted a copy of that recollection of that text?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And so you has unknown sender, you got that for me. And then an emoji with a heart.
And a wink.
And a wink. And they said, you know I got you. What?
Your Honor, it was a situation where a friend asked me to put her on with the job. That's all it was.
What kind of job was she trying to get?
Really?
That's what chicks do.
But why are you sending emojis? Like, what does that got to do with job business?
It's
like,
just
come on
emoji.
now,
We young, we use emojis, we text
You
back
ain't
and
finna be
forth.
sending no emojis to just a girl.
All right, Miss
Yes,
Sam,
Your Honor.
I know something went down when you got this.
Exactly.
Tell me what happened when you got
So
this.
basically, after that, Chris ended up going out. The way I found out he went out is because he posted a picture on his page. I called his phone. His phone's just going, you know, ringing, ringing, ringing. That's when I was like, okay, let me just go pop up and see where he's at or whatever. He must be at home since he's posting pictures. But that wasn't the case. He was not at home. His car was at home. And so I'm like, who picked him up? Who did he go with? Because he sure didn't let me know nothing. So I called the phone again. It went directly to voicemail.
Where were you?
Your Honor, we had an altercation prior. So I went out with a friend of mine. We went, have a good time. I came back. My car was destroyed. Ketchup packages, lotion, tissue, napkins, anything she could find in her vehicle to use, she threw it on my vehicle.
Miss Samples, did you do that?
Yes, Your Honor, I did do that. It was ketchup, like whatever I could find up in that car, Your Honor. Yeah.
So you were like,
And you did what with
I
it?
smeared that car around. I put words all over that car. And then the last thing I said, you gotta call me now.
Well, that's what it looks like when you think your man's cheating. You will go straight there.
Yep, when I
All
did.
right, so what do you do when you come home and find your car, as you said, utterly destroyed?
Your Honor, I gave her a call because I knew who it was.
You were, wait a minute.
Well,
you were right.
that's
You
one
gonna
way to
call
do
me
it.
now. All right. What do you do with your car?
I took it, I had to go get it cleaned, $39.99. She owes me for that.
But we got 3 kids. That $39.99.
$39.99. And that,
You're like, that's a no.
Right.
Mr. Latchett, you understand why she's doing these things. And here's what we got. Here's what we're looking at. You know, you give her gifts out of the blue, which I think is great, but you believe he's hiding something.
Classic sign of cheating, by the way.
Classic sign of cheating.
All right.
You've got a woman at his school who is tossing her hair at him.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you are there, he doesn't introduce you as his fiance.
At all.
At all.
Classic sign of cheating.
You got a woman at work who has her booty all up in the air in his face.
Mm-hmm.
And here you come, and he freezes, doesn't introduce you.
Is that enough booty, baby?
Another classic sign of cheating.
And then she's hunting you down, calling you. You won't respond. She's leaving you voicemails, and you won't respond.
Yes, Your Honor.
And all of this has led you to believe that he's cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you find out he's cheating, this relationship is over.
Pretty much, Your Honor. I mean, hey, what you don't like, another man will treasure.
Well, so based on that statement, if you find out that Mr. Latchett is in fact cheating, you are out the door.
Out the door.
You gonna give him that pretty ring back.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna move on with your life.
Exactly.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is he cheating? At this time, the court would like to hear from licensed private investigator Todd Redding. Ron, please escort Mr. Redding into the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor. Todd Redding.
Mr. Redding, good day. How are you?
Good day, Your Honor. I'm
Glad
fine,
to
thank
have you here again. Now, a member of your team did a polygraph examination of Mr. Latchett. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Latchett was asked, have you bought Miss Samples gifts because you have cheated on her? What was his response?
His response, Your Honor, was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector test determined that he was being truthful.
No smile?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
A little bit of,
A little bit.
A little bit of a smile?
A little bit of
Yeah,
dimple.
it's a little bit.
Okay.
But we still have another question. Mr. Latchett was asked, since being in a 6-year relationship with Miss Samples, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman? What was his response to that question?
His response, Your Honor, was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector test determined that he was being truthful.
Miss Samples, what do you have to say to your fiance?
All that's missing is the real will you marry me?
Well,
Latchett?
that's no pressure,
Well,
Mr.
Your Honor,
Latchett.
She's the only one I want to be with. I want you to understand that. I don't want you hanging anything over my head anymore.
Okay.
You need to know we have 3 kids together.
Okay.
We've been together 6 years. We know each other for 7.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
Yeah.
Miss Diamond, LaKyle Sample, will you marry me?
Yes! Give my ring back, boy.
You want to put the ring on you.
Miss Samples,
Yes.
you've heard the words now that you have been waiting to hear for a long time.
Yes,
All right.
finally.
Are you ready to move forward?
Yes.
This man loves you. This man wants to be with you. He buys you gifts for no reason.
Yeah, he
You can't let him go.
does. That's my man. And I love him.
We want y'all to be married a long time like me and Mr. Cutler.
Yeah.
And so as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, healthy, trust-filled relationship. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.
Come up so we can see that ring, girl.
You two, come on.
Come on.
You played a part in it.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all gonna be okay because you got love and life and laughter. And laughter's important.
Keep on doing what you're doing. I like the things you do in terms of the gifts and keeping her, but you gotta introduce her as your fiance. That's gonna be the first thing out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And when you get married, first thing out of your mouth, this is my wife. How you doing? This is my, boom. You gotta hit it right on the mark, otherwise you're gonna be in the doghouse.
Gotcha.
I'm telling you.
Gotcha.
All right.
He ain't lying.
Yeah. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck
All
to
right,
you
take
all.
care of those babies.
You will get invitations.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We're looking for it. We better get one.
Thank y'all so much.